Hi, my name is Natural Mystic. My channel is Natural Mystic is bouncing back, slight rename. Please like, share, subscribe. And in this video today, or this recording, I am gonna talk about why I'm scared to get into another relationship. Part one. Yeah, part one. I've got a feeling this might take a while for me to analyze or put into words and record, basically. So I have technically been single or out of a serious committed relationship, not living with anybody, for 8 years. I've had my connections, should we say, with people's men. um, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, numbers irrelevant. Okay, but when I'm speaking to these guys, yeah, and I'm trying to figure out whether I should pursue anything, I'm finding it really difficult, people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually finding it really difficult. Purely on the basis that I don't like what I'm hearing. So there's a variation in regards to the ages of men that I speak to. So all of these guys that I'm speaking to are not potential dates or potential partners. Some of them are friends. Some of them thought that they wanted to be boyfriends or partners with me, and they've discovered that maybe being friends with me is actually better than having a relationship or just bumping hips and then it goes wrong and then they're no longer my friend, for example. So my male friends all have a value of some sort, all right? Some are mechanics, some are engineers in regards to, electrical engineers, some are plumbers, some are carpenters, some do decorating, DIY construction, some are mentors to other boys, some are personal trainers, right? So they've all got a use of some sort. It sounds so bad, but that's not why I like them. That I personally think that men should have a trade, or they should be good with their hands. But I feel that if they're mechanically kind of minded and they can stimulate my mind because of their skill, talents in regards to work or their employment or the job they do, then it's a little bit of a turn on, isn't it? I don't like a man with soft hands. You know those clammy hands that sometimes you touch men and they're like, why are your hands softer than mine? So I don't like rough men. That's not what I'm about. No, it's not rough. I don't mind ruggedness, or those occasions where they've been so busy they've not been able to shave or get their hair cut. But when they scrub up well, like myself, innit? It's not every day we're on point looking 100 when it's time to go out there and grind. They're dressed appropriately to go out there and grind. What I have found that attracts me a lot is men who are striving to have their own business or not be employed or at least have a side hustle that's legal. And why I'm scared to get into another relationship is down to the conversations that I've had lately over the last couple of years. About what men want. So when I was younger, it was all about, men want children, they want to procreate. I was like, all right, cool. Can't do that, so I'm good. What else do I have to offer? Okay, so it's put me in a different position. I also feel that women, or some women who have children, they kind of use it as a bit of a way to kind of maybe speak to men differently than the way that I would. I've just found that I feel inadequate. I don't feel like I have a right to talk to men a certain way because I don't feel 100% a woman. Okay. And during the last 8 years, like I said, I've seen guys here and there. One guy I saw was a driver, a delivery driver. We worked at the same company, so that's how we met. And as soon as I saw him, I liked him. But I knew he had a woman, and I knew he would lie and say that he didn't. But that didn't bother me at the time, really, if I'm honest. And as time went on, a year or so, 2 years, 3 years, I started to actually look at the fact that he never stayed over. We never really went out in public. He'd only come and deliver his services and then pretty much go. He didn't smoke. We didn't have a lot in common, really, apart from the fact that we worked together and we were both the same colour and a similar age. So when I finally questioned him about where this bumping hip 3 year, where we going with this? Is this what we're going to continue to do? At that time, I probably still could have attempted to have children, if that makes sense. So I might have been thinking that, well, I don't want to waste any time with you if I want to have children. So do you want to kind of get more serious and, and try and create a life together and create a life in general. I didn't hear from him after that phone call, basically. So that was my answer. No. What we were doing is all he ever wanted. And because I actually decided that I was going to question that, not saying that I wanted more, I just wanted to know what you wanted, because I don't want what we're doing anymore. It's not working for me. Yeah, like I said, didn't hear from him. That was that. There wasn't really an emotional attachment on my behalf. I didn't do that whole, oh, he's left me, he won't phone me back kind of thing. I just didn't do that. That's not who I am. That's not where I was with him. We were just bumping hips. And time passed on. I met a couple of other people, nothing serious, couple of dates here or there. Moved, changed location. And then I met somebody else about 4 years ago at Carnival. And same things kind of happened. So we were both kind of trying to find our way in the world, being of a certain age, coming out of employment, starting our own thing, college, studying, yada, 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 trying to better ourselves. So we didn't really have the time, should I say, we weren't prepared to make time for each other in that way. So we just bumped hips, and we've been bumping hips occasionally for the last 3.5, nearly 4 years. And I've now got to that stage again where I need to maybe question what it is that I want and find out what they want. Again, when I first met this person, they said that they weren't in a position to pursue a full-time relationship, and that's not what they were looking for. But if they were going to pursue a relationship with someone, they would want more children. Okay, so again, I'm ruled out. That's not me. So I know where I stand with this particular individual, innit? We'll just bump hips until he finds somebody that he wants to go and have children with, and I'll just be parked. I can't say I don't have an issue with that, but actually I don't have an issue with that, because again, if I can't give him what he wants, then why would I want to hold someone back or stop them from fulfilling their dreams? This person does have children already. They don't see them children very often, from what I've ascertained. So my argument is, why would you not want a relationship with the children you've already got, rather than making more at the age that you are? Anywho, that's not for me to question, really, is it, at the end of the day? So last night I had a conversation with somebody, and it wasn't actually about relationships in the beginning. I was explaining to them that I was part of a recording production for a TV series, and it was about online dating, and I was asking them if they knew anybody who had any online dating experience. Yes, I've online dated. That's a different recording. I'll be honest. Um, so yeah, conversation went on, and then he started to bring up, a bit of about himself in regards to conversations he was having with a couple of women. Now, how these conversations were initiated didn't really sit well with me, because at the moment we're all sharing awareness, we're spreading awareness, aren't we, about what's happening in the world. It's Tuesday the 16th, I believe, of June 2020. So I just want to put the date in there so people can kind of recollect what's been going on in the world for the last few months. So, a post was shared to him about Blackout Day, shop black, buy black, support black business, that sort of thing. And, like most people, it says share to all your contacts, spread awareness, tell as many people as you can. So, like we do, we just hit the forward button and we book, and we just forward to as many people as we think that will support, be interested, and forward it on themselves. However, when messages like that come through, when I send those messages as well, and I send them to male friends who I haven't spoken to for quite some time, are they looking at it as like, oh, she's interested in me again because she sent me a message? No. In my mind, I was just sharing awareness. I wasn't initiating contact and conversation exactly. But if a conversation does kind of happen, I will respond. I don't have any reason not to. I'm not rude. Do you know what I mean? But when the man who then responds wants to start talking about, yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you, maybe we should get together and have a drink. I never contacted you for that. How about you ask me how I am, or where I am in life, and what I've been up to? So he took a very egotistical approach in regards to why this particular individual contacted him, and then tried to justify why she contacted him and why he felt that it was okay to respond the way that he did. So throughout the conversation, it transpired that he said to me that he doesn't have women or keep females who are friends. He doesn't use that word. So now I'm questioning that. I remember where I met you. I met you through business, technically speaking. We've had a couple of business conversations. So what am I then? Was I just one of those potential women that you had on the list that you thought one day I'm going to send you a message, and if you grind me down long enough, then you'll be able to grind on me? It's very disturbing. Very disturbing. And then, bringing it back to my own experience, basically, someone has expressed their interest towards me of late. And we've met via Instagram, for example, okay? We've known about each other in the world. We grew up in a similar area, but we weren't friends in reality. We've just been like ships in the night, raved in the same places, no mutual friends, for example. So we stumbled across each other on Instagram, and we've, liked each other's posts and commented here and there and slipped into the DMs and had a conversation. But again, it was about business. So a few weeks ago, said gentleman contacts me and says that he's interested and likes what he sees from the gram and rare, this, that and the other, and would like to potentially get to know more about me, get to know me more, and then see where it goes. And then followed up with an invitation to his house for a barbecue. So I asked, are there going to be other people at the barbecue? Is it just me? What kind of invitation is this? Especially from what I've seen on his gram over the last few months. Am I just, again, a name on a list that he's finally got down to what my name begins with, that ends in the alphabet of women that he has, potentially? And he's like, yeah, well, now it's your turn. So you've had your fun, you've plastered it all over the gram, and now you've slipped into my DMs or WhatsApp me to now say that you're interested in me, and would I be interested in pursuing something with you? So my position is that I'm focused on business. I actually don't really have time for a relationship. I'm learning to have a relationship with myself. So not really, but thanks for the offer. So since then, there's been one or two WhatsApp messages, a few voice notes and bits and pieces backwards and forwards. But I've noticed that as soon as I don't agree, or as soon as I have said that I don't want to sleep with you or be involved in a relationship with you, and so you're friend zoning me, those people don't want to talk anymore. So my question is really and truly that, do women and men want to be friends first and learn about the person that they're potentially going to sleep with, and learn about the person that they're going to potentially have a relationship with? So how do we go from being strangers to sex? What happens in between? What conversation takes place or doesn't take place? So that's why I say I feel like I'm going to be single and alone and not in a relationship for quite some time. Because my relationships don't just consist of intercourse. I've actually said to a few men that I'd like to know you on an intimate level way before intercourse takes place. Do you not think that the intercourse or the sex or the fucking or whatever you want to call it would be better if we knew each other on an intimate level? Do you not think that our senses would be heightened because we know and feel certain things about each other? Like, why is tantric sex or tantric meditations and relationships and interactions not more... why are black men, should I say, why are men in general not more aware of that? That is, it's one of them cliches, isn't it? You make love to a woman's mind, her body will follow. Not she's a walking vagina and she just wants to be poked, and then she'll cook and clean for me and massage me and rub my feet and love me and look after me. Not in my world. Tried that. Relationships failed, and I was still told that those men didn't feel love with all that it is that I was doing. So unless the individual knows self and knows what they can bring, and also knows what sorts of attributes and personalities and characteristics and morals and ethics, if they don't know that about themselves, how are they going to know what they're looking for in somebody else? It's like I've said, why is it that a lot of children are born and a lot of parents would say, I didn't plan to have you? How is it that you've given away your most intimate part of your body, but you haven't given permission to somebody to impregnate you or to utilize your sperm? Why do we not have more worth than that? And then I've got people saying, oh, we're not destined to be with just one person. Yeah, I agree. We're not all destined to be with just one person. But maybe we should try being just one person at a time and try being with one person at a time. And then this whole, well, how long does it take before you sleep with someone? There's not a timeline on that. It's not a date. It's not a promise. It's not, oh, well, maybe next week. It's a vibe, innit? It's a feeling. I'm not saying I'll sleep with people on day one. No, it's an energy. I don't know that much about your energy on day one. It might resonate with me, but it doesn't mean to say that I have to give you the most intimate part of myself. Share my heart, share my mind, and share my body as well. Who says that? Who did that? Why? Whose rules are that? And is it that women think on an emotional level all the time and men only think with their loins? No, I don't personally feel like I think with emotion all the time. I feel with emotion, yeah, I do. But it doesn't mean that I always feel love. It doesn't mean that women can't be in relationships or be in situationships where they're just bumping hips with somebody, and as long as the rules, as long as the trust and the honesty is there, this is what we're doing. What's wrong with that? And again, if those dynamics change in one or the other, then they need to be confident enough to come to the forefront and say, do you know what? My feelings towards you have changed. My feelings towards what it is that we're doing has changed. Can we discuss? It doesn't mean to say that the other person's going to say, oh, I don't want to do this no more. They might be asking for a bit more, but then at least it gives you choices. So that's why I said this is going to be more than one part. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that I can do justice to why I don't think I'm going to be in a relationship. Now, I'm not speaking it into the ether. I don't want people to think, oh, she's manifesting not being in a loving relationship. No, I'm truly manifesting that for myself. But what I'm actually looking for is for someone who's also manifesting that in self and then wants to build from a good cornerstone, a strong foundation of self. I can't pour from an empty cup. If I don't know how to love me, How can I allow someone to love me? How can I explain what love is and what it means to me to somebody else without exploring that? But that doesn't involve intercourse. So I think I've sort of made a vow of celibacy, perhaps, in regards to penetration from another. Because I want someone to get to know me, value who Leisha is, value who Natural Mystic is, value who Ladybug is. And it's not about what I can just bring to the table, because I've obviously learned to build one for myself. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm self-sufficient. I'm all right like that. But I've come to a stage of where companionship, trust, vulnerability, open your heart, open your mind before you open your body to me. Because if all you're offering me is penis, dick, and sperm, what else? What other substance? What else are you? Where is the rest of you? I don't want someone who's shallow like a puddle. I want to explore someone who's deep like the ocean. Look out for part 2, peeps. Much love. Bless. Take care.